Hi guys, welcome to today's video. I'm going to be attempting to read for 24 hours straight. If I'm being honest, this video is going to be extremely difficult because I am a grandma and I like to be in bed by 8 p.m. every single night. And so I can't even remember the last time I stayed up all night. I know I'm going to need a lot of caffeine to get me through the next 24 hours. It's currently 5:08 p.m. and so I'm going to start the timer at 5:15 p.m. and then we're going to go all the way to 5:15 p.m. tomorrow. Hopefully I will be able to stay up all night. But with that being said, I'm hoping I can get through at least 2.5, 3 books tonight. I am going to start off with finishing Fake Skating by Lynn Painter. I'm like 65% into this, so I just want to finish this tonight. I am listening to the audiobook version of this, so I do want to finish that. And then the only other one I really have planned for today's video is People We Meet on Vacation. One of my reading goals for 2026 is to reread 1 book a month, and this month I am choosing People We Meet on Vacation because it just so happens that the movie is now on Netflix and I want to watch it, but I want to reread the book before I watch it, so I am throwing this in here because I have goals. Other than that, I'm just going to mood read for the next 24 hours, and yeah, that's the vibe. I think I want to start the video off by finishing Fake Skating first, only because I am listening to the audiobook on it and I have like 3-ish hours left on it, so I figured I would just finish this while I color, and then from there we can go into People We Meet on Vacation, and then we can mood read right after that. So that's the plan. I have 2 minutes before the timer starts, so I'm gonna go set everything up. I ran out of audiobook listening hours on Spotify, so it looks like I'm going to be finishing Fake Skating on my Kindle. I'm 87% of the way into it. My Kindle is saying I have 46 minutes left, and we are just under 2 hours into this challenge. So far, so good. I'm just really mad that I ran out of audiobook listening hours while I was in the middle of a book. I can't stand that. That's like one of my biggest pet peeve, especially if you don't have it on Kindle or the physical book and then you have to wait for the next month, or you have to buy more, which sucks. We have 21 hours and 30 minutes to go, which means we are 2.5 hours ish down. I just finished reading Fake Skating. I'm honestly pleasantly surprised how much I liked this book. At this point in my life, I have aged out of YA romances, and the fact that I still thought that this was a cute story, obsessed. And like, it just gives the vibes of like first love, coming of age, and I just love Lynn Painter's writing. Anything that she writes I will read, even though I went into this book knowing that it wasn't going to be a 5-star read. It's still a very cute read, but I think I'm going to rate it 3.5 stars just because I love Danny and Alec, and their story was so stinking cute, and it just gives small town vibes. And I also like the fact that Alec is Liz's cousin from, oh my god, what was that? Lynn Painter has another like duology, Nothing Like the Movies. That's it, Nothing Like the Movies. Alec is Liz's cousin from Nothing Like the Movies, and I loved that, and I absolutely adored that story. But yeah, really cute. I do recommend if you are really into YA romances. That one was really cute. I'm probably gonna make a nice coffee and do some skincare before I start reading People We Meet on Vacation. I don't even remember when I read this. This had to be like, I had to have read this at least like 2 or 3 years ago. Just watched the trailer for the movie on Netflix earlier, and I love how the cover was in the trailer. That was so stinking cute to me. The game plan is to do some skincare, make some nice coffee, and then we're gonna start People We Meet on Vacation. It is 10:08 p.m. We are almost 5 hours into this challenge, which is absolutely insane. I kind of wish I started a little earlier than 5 because I am already exhausted and it's not even midnight. Like, I fear that I may actually like fall asleep. I'm also 23% into People We Meet on Vacation, and I don't know, I'm feeling really nostalgic about this book. When I went to go put in Goodreads, I was rereading it. My original rating was 3 stars, so I'm interested to see how I will rate it this time reading it, especially since it's been like years since I read it. It's also very interesting and fun to, as I'm rereading, I can like go back and see all of my annotations. And there's also a quote in here that I didn't have highlighted before, but I saw it and I immediately had to go get a highlighter to highlight it, because that's right here. It's that crush of happiness, that feeling that this is what life's about, being somewhere beautiful with someone you love. I love that quote. I feel like that's so sweet. Honestly, I feel like I couldn't have picked a better first reread of the year, and I'm really excited to finish it and see what I think about it now as a 25-year-old versus like when, let's see, when did I read this like originally? I read this in 2023, so 3 years ago, which is insane. Reading tastes are always like changing and evolving. I'm like giddy inside thinking about Poppy and Alex right now, and I'm really curious as to what the movie is going to be like versus the book. The trailer of the movie looked so promising. I'm gonna get back to reading, and hopefully I want to finish this by 1 a.m. That's my goal. Poppy is talking about how she used to have panic attacks because she didn't want to be like her mom and her dad. There were times where she would just feel so lonely. This quote, "I'm crying because I'm relieved, because I will never again feel as oh my god, I'm gonna cry again. I'm crying because I'm relieved, because I will never again feel as alone as I did during those long nights as a kid. As long as I have him, I will never be alone again." We officially made it past midnight. I'm so proud of myself. I honestly didn't think I'd be up past midnight, if I'm being honest. You can literally just feel how much they love each other in this book. Their friendship is like none other. I really love books and stories where you can feel how deeply they feel for one another, and I'm all about like a deep emotional connection versus like a physical one, and this book does that for me. Like, amazing, immaculate. I am genuinely so excited to watch the movie. It is 1:32 a.m. and I just finished reading People We Meet on Vacation. Y'all, I'm struggling. I'm so tired that I have a freaking migraine. I don't know what past Talia was on, but this is not 3 stars. I'm gonna rate this 5 stars, 100%. This is a 5-star read for sure. I'm obsessed with this. Okay, I've been awake for about 30-ish minutes so far. I do have People We Meet on Vacation on TV. I have to say, I am very mad that I fell asleep last night. I laid in bed because I had that huge migraine and then I passed out. Luckily, I did pause the timer when I went to go lay down for my migraine. So we have 15 hours and 39 minutes left of the timer. And the book we're going to read next is Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. I have had these books on my shelf or my TBR for literally probably over 3 years now. So I really want to get through them. This one, you are following Elsie and Jack. I like to kind of go into books blind, but I know that there's fake dating in here. I did have my morning coffee already, and I do want to go upstairs and make something to eat soon. So that's the plan for this morning. Yeah. My camera is literally about to die, but I want to do a little update for you guys. It's 12:30 p.m. and I have been reading for about 2.5 hours now, and I am only on page 54. This happened to me also with Love on the Brain because I feel like Ali Hazelwood books are so slow to get into the plot. Like, it's a lot of character building the first half, and then the second half is like the romance story, if that makes any sense. And now I'm kind of at this crossroads where I'm debating if I should put it down and find something else to read, or if I should continue to try to read this. That's the update. We have 12 hours and 11 minutes left, so we are about halfway through. And if I'm being honest, I cannot wait to get this challenge over with. Luna and Pebbles are both passed out on the bed, and I love that for them. It is currently 5:44 p.m. I just finished Love Theoretically, and we have 7 hours and 10 seconds left of this challenge. And oh my god. First, let's talk about the book. I literally just finished it, and I can't tell you like a single thing that happened in the past like 100 or so pages. Like, it just was not interesting or memorable whatsoever to me. There were points in the book where I was optimistic about liking this, but I honestly don't think so. So I am gonna give this 2 stars because I can see why other people like it. I just don't think it's the book for me personally. I'm giving Ali Hazelwood's books one more chance, and if that also falls flat for me, then I think I'm just gonna wipe my hands, call it donezo. And I think at that point, Ali Hazelwood probably just isn't for me. I need to take a break from reading and books. Like, I'm going absolutely crazy right now. Part of me is really happy that I was able to get a lot of reading done, but I feel like I'm towing that line of burnout, if that makes any sense. But I definitely want to go shower and eat some dinner, and then we'll pick back up another book. I have no idea what book I want to move on to at all. Like, I genuinely just want to lay in my bed. So I'm thinking we'll find a book on my Kindle to read. Either that, or I can listen to a book. I have a couple of books on Libby that I could choose from to listen to. I have Vera Wong's Unsolicited Advice for Murderers and Finley Donovan Knocks 'Em Dead. I will be back after I shower and have dinner and everything, and we will start another book. I'm about to go lay in bed and start reading What She Saw by Mary Burton on my Kindle. Synopsis of this book sounded really interesting. It's about a girl whose mother went missing like decades ago at a music festival, and then she's trying to uncover like what happened to her. I'm about to go pour a Diet Coke and go read in bed. Set the timer last night before I went to bed. It is 5:04 a.m. and we have 3 hours and 38 minutes left on the timer. I'm gonna start it when I leave and put on an audiobook because I do have to go to work today. But my morning routine consists of going to the gym. On the way to the gym, I think I'm going to put on an audiobook. And then when I'm doing my cardio on the treadmill today, I think I'm gonna read off of my Kindle. So hopefully between those two, I will nip this challenge in the bud. I can't believe that 24 hours turned into like 2.5 days. This is insane. Because I do have work today, I probably won't be able to get a lot of clips of me finishing the books, or at least we'll be done. Or maybe the 24 hours like straight doesn't work for me. Maybe I have to do the 12 and 12. I think we might try that next time. Okay guys, it is 7:52 p.m. Our 24 hours was up a while ago. I kind of feel like I failed this challenge because I didn't stay up all night like I was wanting to. I think I would like to redo the 24-hour reading challenge, but do it kind of differently. And I think I would want to do like 12 hours sleep and then the next 12 hours. It's just a matter of time, honestly. I did start 2 books this morning. I started What She Saw by Mary Burton and Finlay Donovan Knocks Them Dead. I want to go over all the books I read in today's video just again, and that way we have all like one consensus of thoughts. The first book I read in this video was Fake Skating by Lynn Painter. Like I said, I absolutely love Lynn Painter and her writing. I just wish that she did more adult romances because I really do feel like I just aged out of YA romances. Like I don't want to say interest me enough, but I'm not as invested in them as I would be as an adult romance. But it was a really cute story. I ended up giving it 3 stars. If you are into young adult and you love reading books about like a first love, that book is definitely for you. The second book I read in today's video was People We Meet on Vacation. This was actually a reread, and when I first read it 3 years ago, I rated it 3 stars, and honestly when I reread it, it gave me 5-star vibes. Like I loved this book. It was so fun, and you could just tell how deeply Poppy and Alex like felt for each other, and that like there was genuine love there. Like it wasn't like based off of lust. It was a very like deep emotional connection, and that's something I love in my books. I did end up watching the movie, and I also really enjoyed the movie. My only thing is more of the little details from the book made into the movie. Like there was one scene when Poppy and Alex were wearing matching t-shirts that said Drunk Bitch 1 and Drunk Bitch 2. I feel like that would have been a nice touch to put in the movie. I did like how in the movie they kind of like recreated the cover, which I absolutely died over. And this was my first 5-star read of 2026. So moving on, the third book that I ended up reading was Love Theoretically. And I cannot express this enough that I can't remember a single thing that really happened in this book. Like I know what the book is about, and I could tell you what the book's about, but I genuinely cannot sit here and tell you like a singular scene that like stuck out to me. I can't do it. And that makes me really sad because when the Women in STEM series first started coming out, The Love Hypothesis had everybody in a chokehold, and I read it, I liked it, I didn't love it, but I did like it, I did enjoy it, and the Love Hypothesis movie is coming out this year, I believe. It has Lily Reinhart in it, which is insane. I enjoyed that. I thought I would enjoy her other books, and this is now my 3rd book that I've read of hers besides The Love Hypothesis that I didn't necessarily love. And so I really do think that Ali Hazelwood probably just isn't an author for me. If you are wondering what this book is about, you are following Elsie, who is a woman in STEM. She works in STEM, and she also has this side job working for this app called Faux, where people pay people to be their fake dates. And she has this normal client that she kind of fake dates on the regular around his family, and she ends up getting a job offer or a job interview at a like school that she's been wanting to go to. And one of the people that is doing her interview happens to be her fake boyfriend or this fake date's brother. and he's automatically pissed because he's like, you're lying to my brother. And she's like, I can explain, but like actually I can't explain, like ask your brother. And it just so happens that coincidentally his brother is away on like a retreat, and it's just a lot of miscommunication, enemies to lovers. Like literally if they just had one conversation, 75% of the book would have been dispersed. Just saying. Next book I started was Finley Donovan Knocks 'Em Dead. I am currently 26% into that book. It's a cozy mystery. The first book starts with Finley, who is a writer. He's experiencing writer's block, and there is this woman who overhears her talking about the plot of her next book, and she accidentally gets hired to this lady's husband. This book is kind of following that plotline, but like also not, because it has like the same elements but a different storyline. I don't know. I'm really enjoying it so far. And we started What She Saw by Mary Burton. I am 84 pages into this book and I am enjoying it so far. One thing about me is that you will not catch me playing detective. I will literally play dumb, and like I'll have inklings, but I won't go like in depth, like, oh, this is connected to that, like that, and that, and that, and that, and that. So like right now we're just getting to like the parts where like some things are happening, but like also like not a lot is happening. Future me popping in real fast, I would like to just say that I did in fact finish both of those. Finley Donovan Knocks 'Em Dead was hilarious. I ended up rating it 4 stars. The plot twist had me cackling. It was so funny. And What She Saw was also another 4-star read. That was so interesting, and I just loved the plot twist with that. And like when they solved everything, it was chef's kiss. That concludes today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did and you want to see more of me in the future, hit that subscribe button down below. Like and leave a comment telling me if you've ever done a 24-hour reading challenge, if you were successful, and how many books you were able to get done. Because to me, I feel like I failed. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.